there's this current conversation going on right now. A lot of black women, black actresses are coming out and talking about how they was did dirty in the industry, how they weren't paid for their work. Or
Now, this is Chance the Rapper, in case any of you guys don't know who he is. This is Chance the Rapper, and he's commenting on the Taraji P situation. You know, Taraji P has come out, and she has done some crying. You know, actress crying, no big deal. That's what they do. But she is saying and complaining, and it seems like going on a press tour to inform us, as if we can do something about it, that she's not happy with the money that she's making. Okay.
You know, and this has been going on for years. But the worst part is seeing the comments and under a lot of these posts with people talking about how they should have negotiated better, they should have read their contract and stuff. And these be like the dirtiest, dustiest, brokest, like least goal having, definitely least goal accomplishing people in the world. And they'll write some stuff, and they've never negotiated a contract. They've never had to hire a lawyer. And if they did, it's like, you not in the color purple. Like, you not doing
okay.
nothing.
So with what he's trying to say, because I don't agree with what he's saying, but I understand what he's trying to say. Let me say this. Let me say this. It doesn't matter, it shouldn't matter what level a person is on. We are still people, and we all, and this is for Taraji as well. I'm not even going to replay some of her complaints, but we all have to pay a price to live in this world. A price that is, I think we can all say, unfair. I don't think that there's too many people out there in this world, except for the ones charging the tax, that will come underneath my video and say, you know, we pay a fair price. Inflation is fair. The rent is fair. The car insurance is fair. The taxes are fair. I mean, everything is fair in life. What we're paying, what we're forced to pay. I don't think anybody would say that. So we're all given that. But here's another thing. I think Chance is being insensitive, but he's also, I appreciate him doing this, because this just, again, gives me another angle for you guys, because for him to try and down people's opinions of the situation and attributed him downing people's opinions of the situation to, hey, you aren't doing what she doing. You're not even accomplishing your goals. Okay, we can look at it this way. We can look at it like, that's another reason why nobody's going to feel sorry for her, because at least she is doing something that she loves. Now, with that being said, what happened to the slogan, how does it go? When you're doing what you love, it's never work. Is that how it goes? Or something about fulfilling your passion. You never work a day in your life. Isn't it said to be the goal for most people to find what you're good at, find what you love, and do that, and you'll never worry? Something like that. But it's about doing what you feel like you were put here to do, doing what you feel like you were blessed to do. Now, it's interesting to me that Chance thinks that he and his privileged self, because if you don't know his upcoming, look him up. I mean, Silver Spoon, dad was a politician or something like that? You know, man of power and money. Okay. So Chance pretty much got to do what he wanted to do, and although I found a lot of his music interesting, I always wondered, what is he doing? What is he saying? Because what am I listening to, right? Because it's not that you easily understand what's going on there. Upon looking up lyrics of his albums, I had to put him on the back shelf, because it seemed like the dude was mainly talking about acid, just weird drugs, doing weird drugs. And I'm like, huh? Okay. But, when he gets to singing, you don't want no problems with me. You don't want no problems with me. Yeah, I could get with that. But how did the song also go? If one more, uh, I guess, corporation or entity tried to block me or get in my way, it's going to be a problem, right? Okay. Okay. So it's safe to say, regardless of what level you're on, we all have problems. Now, some people might say that if you're a lower income, then you have even more problems. And I know people say more money, more problems, but I'm going to agree with the first part. If you are at lower income, you have more problems. Because the problems are perceived problems that people with more money tend to they tend to bring on themselves. Like, say, for instance, Taraji over there crying. Okay? I'm just providing a perspective that may help Chance and people who think like him just a little bit to see where some people might be able to come from with their outlook on this. Now, you get more money, and this is also how some people live check to check. I think maybe Taraji might be living pay to pay, because as you grow in your uh you know your pay grows and your income grows, you tend to grow in what you spend. You also tend to grow in your expenses, be they quarterly, monthly, yearly, every 6 months, whatever. You tend to increase that as well. So therefore, you're still pretty much at the same bracket in your lifestyle. Your what you have to pay out and all these kind of things. You're still on the same level. You're not growing, right? Now, when people say low budgeting and low improper negotiations, they not. I don't think they that far off. It doesn't mean that it can't and won't apply to any or all of us in things that we do in life. If you're an independent contractor, you might not negotiate such a good deal, and you might look back and say that, well, I got to do better for myself. That wasn't good. I didn't come out too good on that. I could have came out better, but maybe you didn't know. Maybe you learned. Okay. We don't necessarily take to social media and be like boo hoo wang wang. Or if you are struggling to get by, you're like inflation. I'm not saying it's the case all the time, but you might take your little $15 an hour. Now, when people wanted $15 an hour, minimum wage, what did other people say? They had a hissy fit, right? Saying that people don't even deserve that. So you guys are not above people giving harsh criticism. People said, go get you a better paying job. That's what a lot of people said. A lot of people voted against it. A lot of people are still not happy about it right now. And it's still not in unison worldwide that people are getting this, in America. But people may take their low income or minimum wage money, and they may not have the education or the money to be able to hire someone to teach them better economics and how to better budget their monies, or even hire someone who can negotiate better for them. Because how do you negotiate as a worker of someone? Yeah, you could be taught to try and negotiate a better salary, but at the end of the day, what the boss is going to pay you is what the boss is going to pay you, right? So, we can do this all day, but this is very telling about Chance to say that people who are criticizing and having opinions about something that Taraji brought publicly to our attention, they don't deserve an opinion or something, because they haven't achieved their goals, and they're not even, how do you know what their circumstances are in life? Again, from my perspective, less money, more problems. Okay, you don't have the circle of friends with power, and you don't have the the accolades by your namesake that you made, your clout, your pull, and you don't have, again, the money or the potential to even earn the money to back yourself into a position to where you can pretty much solve any problem you got. Pretty much. Yeah. So while you over here bragging that your girl got all this and that, and I'm gonna say we don't. Then go over there and tell your girl to take all this and that you're talking about, right? And shut it on up and find some solutions to her problems. Maybe she need to downsize. Maybe she need to move. Maybe she need to stop paying for this and stop paying for that. Or maybe she need to hire someone who can help her better budget. I don't know. But at the end of the day, when we crunch them numbers up, and there's plenty of channels that have, done it, she making good paper. It might not be what she want, but she making good paper. Guess what? That applies to a lot of people, but it doesn't apply to most. Now, most people might not be making what they want, but most people ain't even making good paper. Yeah, in comparison to what they would like to or and should be making, sir. So, I mean, but I hope you clean. I hope you clean, brother, because that acid be having you tripping. Yeah.